Hi, everyone. My name is Nicole Connor, and I am so excited to interview Sarah here today. She is an on fire female business owner who works out of her home, and we met online, and I just had to interview her so you could hear her story. I absolutely love it when people take charge of their life. They add something extra to not only bring value to other women and people in general with products that they love or services. And Sarah is that girl. So I was so excited to meet you the other day, chatting about products and all that stuff. So welcome, Sarah. Thanks so much for coming on live with me.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. That's really exciting to be here. And thank you so much again.
You're welcome. No, we're both mountain girls. So I live in California, Sierra Mountains, about 2 hours from the Sacramento area. And you tell everyone where you live and how far you are from LA.
I'm in Lake Arrowhead, California, and it's about 2.5 hours, depending on how fast you drive. I can make it to LA in about 2, but yeah, it's about 2 hours from LA, and yeah, it's a beautiful little resort community. It's awesome. So come visit us.
Now, we've been there. So the reason the two of us, we live in these rural areas, far away from everything. We're 2 hours from everything. And
right.
Both of us decided, we wanted to build our businesses online. And again, that's how we met. So this is exciting stuff. So tell everyone, Sarah, how long you've been involved with your current company and why you love it.
So I started with my current company in October of 2018. I'm absolutely in love with the products. It was kind of like a one wash blow away for me. It was something that I'll just tell you, I really hated my hair. so when I was invited and asked to come to one of my girlfriend's little home parties, I was a little nervous, obviously. But I came and then I tried the products and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this stuff? I love it. It completely changed my hair. I had been waking up. I used to wash my hair every day, and I tried to train it to not wash it every day. So I would wake up every day with like nappy kind of greasy hair, which is kind of gross. So my dad has really curly hair, and my mom has really straight hair. So I get this like really funky mix of both, and it kind of turns nappy. And no matter what I've tried, I've basically not been happy. I've had like full bottles of shampoo and conditioners and masks and all these different, serums and things, and they're all full bottles. And I felt like such a waster because, my degree is in environmental studies. So I was like, man, I'm a waster. Like, this is not good. I need something that works, So I was just really blessed when I found Monat and just what it stands for and the community and the heart behind the company and just the products in general and what goes into it, the science and just the quality of ingredients. I mean, we literally use reverse osmosis water. We filter our water, so there's nothing going into the products that could, like calciums or anything like that could potentially damage or harm our hair. So
that's great. So now you have a testimony using these products. So I'd love to hear. So she has this experience in a home party and thinking, all right, how do I get involved? So you started using, you wanted to share a couple of your favorite products. So I'd love to know how your hair's changed over time and, what you would recommend to your potential customers.
Well, okay. Over time, my hair has actually gotten very thick, and it's just a lot fuller, and the color and shine is a lot brighter. So basically, I don't know if you can tell or not, but my hair kind of has this like natural kind of curl. I know that's funny, but my hair was always very straight and just nappy and gross before, and now I literally all I did was change my shampoo and conditioner, which is something that we're already using every day. And I just changed it to something that's not going to weigh my hair down, get stuck onto my hair follicle, and kind of prevent nutrients from allowing growth and things like that. So my hair is it's just stronger. There's not a lot of breakage. It's like having baby hair. The curls last a lot longer if you do style it. You don't have to hold the heat products on your hair a lot, as long. If you do color your hair, if you're a platinum blonde girl or anything like that, I even use our Brilliant Blonde shampoo, and it kind of brightens my tones. You know, I have these like natural highlights in the front, and so it really brings out, you know, all of the brightness in my hair, in my natural hair. I'm not a color girl. I don't dye my hair, but if you do dye your hair, it does help with that brassy blondness and things like that. Or, you know, if you want some more bright brown tones, than that too. So just the products in general, though, have really transformed my hair. It just feels really light and clean, you know. So before, it just felt really heavy. And
well, your hair is gorgeous.
Well, thank you. I washed it like 2 days ago, so this is actually like 2-day hair. Yes, I shower every day, and I just give it a really good rinse. I just scrub, and then I blow dried. So I use a curl cream today, and I blow dried. That's it. No curling, nothing.
So tell us about your top few favorite products.
Well, I got a few here. I guess I love these masks, so it's kind of hard for me to choose, but this one actually, it's our hair transformation mask, and it's one of my favorites. This actually does have, they call it a Fiber One Rescue. So like, I'm sure you know, the 4D mascaras, they have fibers in them. This actually has fibers in them as well that kind of repair the hair follicle from the inside out. So it's kind of an interesting thing. You can use it every 2 washes if you'd like. And this just kind of really helps replenish and hydrate. Ooh, that's bright. Replenish and hydrate. What was that?
Is that like the ends of your hair, or like the whole mask?
You can do the whole mask on the whole head. It just depends on, for me, I like starting from about here down, because I don't normally like to condition and hydrate my roots too much. Sometimes our roots, you know, obviously our scalp is going to produce a little bit more oils. So if we, you know, put, you know, more oils and things like that on our scalp, you know, you could be washing another day. So you never know. But I like to put it from about my roots down, or my ears down. My other favorite is our blowout cream.
What is that for?
This is actually, so it's a UV. What was that?
I'm not a hair girl. So we've already established that I just am learning how to do makeup, and I'm not a hair girl yet either. So
hey, I'm not a hair girl either, but I hated my hair, and now I love it.
So blowout cream, what is that? What is that?
So, okay, it's literally, it sounds like, oh, you blow dry your hair. No, it could be, it's a UV and heat protectant. So basically, I'm a hiker. I'm out in the sun every single day. And like our skin, our hair gets damaged by the sun. And we all know that. If we go to the beach, you know, we might get those crazy blonde highlights or you know, stuff like that. But that's actually sun damage to our hair. So what this does is it actually helps protect our hair from the UV and heat damage. So that's a really cool thing. If you're out in the sun, you can use this. We also have another thermal heat protectant that's for higher heat. So for, you know, yeah, flat irons and stuff. This will protect it on a lower heat. But yeah, if you're flat ironing your hair, I don't use it. So, but yeah, you can use our thermal heat protectant, and that will be something that will, you know, protect the heat at a higher degree. So,
awesome.
My ultimate favorite products though are, these are kind of like our crown jewels, and we have 2 different molecular makeups of them. So we have the Rejuvenique full version, or actually full version, and Rejuvenique light. So basically the Rejuvenique light is just more refined. The molecular makeup of the actual oil it's a lot smaller. So the surface tension of the oil, it will actually penetrate into your skin or into your scalp. If you have finer hair, this is for someone like that. Or if you want to use it, say, on your face for acne or anything like that, it has 101 uses. So, I mean, you can pretty much use this for anything. But what it is it's 14 different essential oils. And one of my favorite is the moringa seed oil. So that's another reason why we connected, is we just love our essential oils, right? Mm-hmm. We're essential oils girls. So that's why I love this product. This actually is used for our, we basically do like a scalp cleanse with it. I do overnight scalp treatments. And so with the environment, there is a lot of environmental causes out there that, smoke, ozone, paraben, all these different things in the air that just get stuck in our hair, right? I mean, you can smell it, cigarette smoke when you walk by a casino or whatever, so those things get stuck in our hair, and the oils actually, when you do those scalp treatments, it helps lift all of that off, and allows for the nutrients to go back into the hair follicle. So that's why I love that oil. It continues to help my hair and my scalp grow, and basically, like, our scalp, it's, in our skin, it's our biggest organ, right? So when we have our follicle, we got to imagine there's like, when our follicles aren't growing, it's because there's this little pocket in here where the blood flow, the follicle isn't connected to the scalp. It's not connected to the blood flow. So there's no life there. So when you put this oil on, it actually fills this void, and it allows for the blood flow, and, it allows for that connection. So it's like a muscle. So it'll lift the follicle right up. It's kind of insane how it does it, but the oil will fill in that void and allow it to connect back to the blood vessel, which is alive. So it allows for the follicle to now grow. So that's what's happening, is there's this, this environmental causes or old shampoos or, products that are damaging and not allowing our follicle to actually connect to our scalp and connect to the actual thing that's alive. So, and then that's a muscle. So when it's connected, then that follicle lifts up, and that's when you see hair growth. And so it's kind of an interesting thing when you do scalp treatments. Hope I explained that well enough. But
I'm fascinated. I'm just like, wow. So like your hair is kind of dead, like, clearly that's not correct. Or is that correct if it's not connected?
Well, your hair isn't alive, but the follicle is, because it's connected to the scalp, which is alive, which is connected to blood flow, right? So so when your hair's not growing, it's basically not connected to that blood flow, giving it that life.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
No, totally makes sense. Like, that's,
so
mind is blown right now.
So but that's why I love that oil. It's a pretty amazing thing. It really does help with hair growth and just restructuring the strength of the hair follicle. So when you do have new hairs coming in, they're going to be stronger, fuller, healthier than they ever were before. So.
Wow. I just love your passion for your products, and certainly I'm a total science nerd, so that totally works for me.
Awesome. Yeah, they're all totally scientifically backed, and all patent pending. So I mean, it's an amazing thing.
Well, I just love your passion for this, Sarah. Thank you so much. Okay, I have one more question for you. Okay, so you mentioned that you loved the culture of Monat, and you had talked why you love the company and your experience with it. And I just wanted you to just share a little bit about your transition from another company into this culture that has really meant something to you, and why you would recommend others to either check out your company or find a culture of this kind of environment if they're looking for a home-based business.
Right. So I come from a background of network marketers, and I was on a very successful team. But I didn't feel like I was part of that team. I love the products. I still love the products. I will never knock them. And I will never knock the company per se, but it was the team and the environment that I was surrounded in that I necessarily didn't like. And that, I think, is what drew me away from the business, not necessarily the income or anything like that. It was just the environment. It wasn't where my heart was at. It wasn't something that I felt connected to. I really didn't feel like they were my people. They weren't my tribe.
Yeah. So, you gotta find your tribe.
Right, yeah, it's really important to connect and to meet with someone who shares those same beliefs as you and really wants to go in the same direction as you, and who understands that we all work our business in a different way, and what works for you may not work for me. And this is a social selling industry, but like, we are all different, and we're all different people, and we all are social differently, right? I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it's hard, but when I just felt so pushed in that industry that it kind of pushed me away. So
tell me about Monet. You went to this little home party and you felt like you found your tribe.
I did. So I was a little nervous because I had, again, I recently fell out of a network marketing company, and this was probably 3 years before. But so I was a little nervous. I was like, okay, I already knew. I was like, I already prepared myself because I used to do the parties. I used to do all that. So I was like, okay, I respect this girl. I'm excited for her, but at the same time, I was a little nervous because I know opportunity. And I was like, man, if this is something, that I'm going to love and like I'm going to run with it. And I kind of knew that going in just because I'm a business person and I'm business minded. And I only promote things that I am truly passionate about and truly passionately love to the fullest. I'm not going to put my face on something that I'm not 100% about. So I went to her party, and like I said, I was kind of pre-sold myself before I went, and mindset wise, I was like, okay, there's an opportunity here, and what's a few $100s? Gosh, that's not going out to dinner a couple days this week or something. To me, money is in abundance, with mindset. So if you just think, okay, it's going to come back to me, then it's fine, So I never really limit myself in that way. When I want to do things, I'm just going to do it. And so I was ready to do it. And she was like, no, she's like, I can't let you do it. She's like, you have to try it first. Really? Okay. Yeah, what is this? What kind of salesperson are you? But I love you. All right. So she sent me some samples home that night. And I tried them, I think the next day. I was like, okay, I got to wash my hair every day anyway, right? I was an everyday wash girl. Now I'm an every 4 to 5 day wash girl, which is
wow. And your hair looks that amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So I went to her little thing. I tried the products, and I called her and I said, hey, I'm interested in this, and that. And she was like, okay, well, the VIP, and she told me the deal about the VIP or, whatever retail. And I was like, well, yeah, but what about what about what you're doing, And she was like, oh, okay.
No, you want to be a distributor.
I was like, well, I kind of want to try all those things, and they come in that kit. I kind of was secretive about it. I was like, so I don't really want to sell it. I already did that. I already was in network marketing. Can't do that again. Right? So, so I got the kit, right? And I was like, okay. I tried all the products. It was actually my graduation, because I graduated in November 14th. So it was 2 weeks later or something like that. And I hadn't said anything to anybody about me using them. And my sister, my mom, everyone's like, what is up with your hair? Did you curl it? You guys know I don't own a curling iron. I am not a hair girl. I don't style. I just barely learned how to braid 4 years ago or something. Regular braids, people. No side braids, nothing cool, just basic. And I don't use curling irons. So they were complimenting my hair. And I was like, all right. People are loving it. I'm not saying anything about it. I was kind of keeping it a secret because of my last experience in network marketing. I was like, man, I don't want to say anything, I'm keeping this one to myself, no one's going to know about this one. And but then it just blew up. I couldn't keep my mouth shut because my hair looked so nice. So I was like, that's it. I'm going for it. And I love it. I love working from home. Am I going on too much? I'm sorry.
No. So what I want to just capture here is that for those of you who are watching is, when you have an opportunity to share something that you love, that's what network marketing is that's what it should be all about. Number one, if someone asks you, hey, where do you get your makeup from? And I'm going to refer you to my friend who sells that makeup. If you are, drinking a green drink and because their face has changed, their skin has changed, and that's because they've been using this product one time or whatever, you just share it. And if they want more information, great. If they don't, that's okay too. But when you are passionate and you have an experience that has really made you appreciate something about yourself, and I think as women, we all need something to be passionate about because we pour out so much to our families, our friends, our kids, our jobs. That's just our nature to pour.
We're emotional creatures.
We are. And I think when we finally grasp the idea that, and you mentioned that you are entrepreneurial minded, and whether you went to school to learn that or not, when you have that in you and you just get it, it's like sharing a good movie, sharing a good shampoo, even if it's not from a company or person that you know, we do it all the time.
Right.
It's that simple. So I don't necessarily, let's say, have to know everything about your product to know that you love it, you had great results for me to refer people to you, right? So how that, and this is what I love about this industry of women who empower each other. So I just did last night with my girlfriend who does she has a makeup company, and I bought some products from her and she taught me online how to do it. So this is day 2. and I will refer everyone I know to her because I love the product. It feels great. And for shampoo, and I'm hoping you'll send me a sample.
Yeah, I will, of course.
Because I use a flat iron and I typically get, the dry split ends from using my flat iron. So this is something now I know, like, bing, you said something to me that like, oh, I think I want to check that out, or, maybe just be a customer or whatever. So people where they're at. And this is something maybe, I don't know if we said on this interview, but before when we were chatting and getting to know each other, is that you meet people where they are and what they want to do. And you had said to your friend, look, I just want to be a customer, even though you knew in the back of your mind that kits have value. So when you buy the package, everyone who's listening, when someone talks to you about a package, even if you just want the one product, which is fine, but packages usually come with a huge value. Even if you don't use every single one of those products right away, the value in those products in those packages are huge. So you're generally getting a bigger discount by buying a package, whether you
half off.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually insane. So listen, Sarah, I am so excited for you, and I'm so glad you found a company that in your tribe of women, and I'm sure men too, that love what you're doing. And I just wish you all the best of luck in your passion for what you're doing. I hope everyone who hears this video will get in touch. In fact, down in the comments, we'll be dropping her link for her company, and you can Facebook, Sarah Kirschkel. How do you say your last name?
It's kind of funny. It's Kirschke, and believe it or not, I'm British.
Okay, so Sarah Kirschke, and follow her on Facebook. Find her if you want to get in touch with her. Again, I'll drop the link for her company. But I want you to be spooked about a link, because that's not telling you the value of these products. So if you really want to know more about them, connect with Sarah, and I hope that you just have amazing success there. I'm so happy for you.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate being on the call today, and I'm so blessed to be able to share my passion about this company with everyone. So thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate it.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.